Visitation, an intensely personal narrative, written by Art Perkins, narrated by Tom Chandler. Part 1, The Event. Chapter 1, Odd Visions. I have recurring visions, more frequent now that I'm elderly. They remain ill-formed, but with each vision, I seem to get a slightly deeper glimpse into what took place during the event that had such a profound impact on my life. At first, I didn't perceive any impact at all. I had thought of the event itself as strange, being an odd confirmation of an entire genre of stories recounting a multitude of like experiences. But I had no inkling that I would be personally affected and in a way that would change my life. The event itself, surrealistic as it was, quickly got pushed into the background amid more immediate matters at hand that demanded my time and focus. After a few months had passed, the event drifted away from conscious thought, even to the extent that it didn't inhabit odd dreams or the like. Awake or asleep, thoughts connected with the topic simply didn't come up. Or so I had supposed. Nevertheless, something far outside the limit of my notion of reality was lurking somewhere in the subconscious region of my mind. Then, 6 months after the event, this new thing reached the surface of my mind and thrust upon me an uncontrollable urge to pick up a Bible and read the text within. That urge itself represented the strangest event of all because I was an unbeliever. Everyone in my family was an agnostic. My parents and grandparents on my father's side, being self-proclaimed intellectuals, considered religion to be beneath an understanding of the world about them. Without giving the issue much thought, they simply knew that religious belief was inappropriate for their intellectual class. Having been brought up in that manner, we all were smugly content in the conviction that an objective God was non-existent, nothing more than an invention of primitive, gullible, naive, and exploitable humans. Only Untermenschen, malcontents, and emotional cripples believed the pap fed to them by priests and ministers in their bright robes and other elegant symbols of self-proclaimed authority. That lesser sort was incapable of adapting to the demands of modern society and was best left alone to suffer apart. I should qualify the word conviction here. Conviction implies a focused attitude which we didn't have. The subject of God rarely came up, and when it did, we were too indifferent to care one way or another. Nudging my agnosticism toward full-blown atheism was a sharply discouraging experience I had at one time with the Bible. Having forgotten to bring a book along for entertainment while on a business trip, I found myself in a hotel room without any reading material. Not wishing to get up and go looking for a bookstore, I looked in a drawer on the nightstand next to my bed and, sure enough, found a Gideon Bible. Turning to a random page, I came across Matthew 25. I remember that part very well, and began to read. I barely understood a word of the passage, and in frustration closed the Bible abruptly and put it back in the drawer. Reluctantly, I left my room and tramped outside the hotel in search of the nearest store that might carry some reading material more in line with my tastes. That one experience, as far as I was concerned, would be the last to involve a Bible. I was very wrong. That wouldn't be the last time I'd pick up a Bible with the intent of reading it, not by a long shot, for which I fervently thank our gracious God. My unquenchable desire to read the Bible had occurred about 6 months after the event of which I write. I didn't understand all of what I was reading in Scripture this time around, but I was amazed at the amount that I did. A year of nightly reading got me through the Bible from cover to cover. It was an emotion-charged experience, bringing me to laughter at times and to tears at others. Through His Word, I came
Sample complete. Ready to continue?